uncovering disagreement about several measures just introduced in the Virginia General Assembly. Some lawmakers want DNA samples collected from people who commit certain crimes.
But the new offenses they want to add to the list are only misdemeanors. 13 News Now investigative reporter Laura Geller is here to explain the emotional reason for the bill and the criticism it's receiving.
Well, David and Janet, police can collect your DNA to add to the state DNA data bank, but right now, most of the crimes requiring the collection are violent felonies or more serious charges. If these bills become law, that mandatory collection would expand to include 9 new misdemeanors.
Emotional motivation for crafting these proposals.
This is an important issue and an important public safety issue.
The bills are products of recent meetings of the Virginia Crime Commission. Mother of murdered UVA student Hannah Graham lobbied lawmakers for something she believes could have prevented her daughter's death. The bills require mandatory DNA collection after arrests for indecent exposure and obscene sexual display, and after convictions for assault and battery against a family member, petty larceny, concealing merchandise, trespassing, destruction of property, and obstruction of justice.
Of course, it is extremely difficult to stand up there and tell my story.
Jesse Matthew, who pled guilty to killing Hannah, was convicted of criminal trespassing back in 2010. Had these measures been in place back then, authorities would have discovered Matthew was a suspect in a 2005 Fairfax rape case where police collected an unknown person's DNA. They would have entered his 2010 sample into the system and gotten a hit to that earlier crime. Matthew would not have been on the streets to kill Hannah.
But it's something that I feel I have to do in order to protect other young women in Virginia.
But now we've learned the ACLU of Virginia is opposing any expansion to this list of crimes.
If the purpose of the DNA database is to help to get hits on cases that are among the most serious crimes that are committed, then why are we extracting DNA from people on a mandatory basis for very minor crimes? It doesn't make any sense.
The group will lobby against the bills this session.
That a person would be forced to turn over their most private information that includes things that that person might even know about themselves. We don't want that to happen.
For the bill that requires the DNA sample taken upon arrest, the language says if the charge is dismissed or the defendant is acquitted, the sample will be destroyed. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.